everybody, welcome back to A Late Show. Joining me tonight is a legend who has written over 3,000 songs, won 10 Grammy Awards, and has a new book called Dolly Parton, Songteller. Please welcome the one, the only, Dolly Parton. Dolly, thanks so much for being here.
Well, thank you. I have missed you. I'm so happy to see you again.
I have missed you, too. You know, the last time we were together, we sang and everything. I was about as nervous as I've ever been with a guest, but also about had the most fun I've ever had with a guest. So I'm glad you gave me another shot because I was afraid I blew it last time.
No. I thought you did a real good job. Everybody talked about it. They still talk about it. And when I said I was going to be on your show, they said, "Oh, great, we love him. Are you going to sing?" I said, "I don't know. No telling what we might do tonight."
That's excellent. Well, you got the new book here, as I said. It's Songteller. Why not songwriter or storyteller? What's Songteller mean to you?
Well, when we were trying to name the book, I was going to be talking about songs that I had written, and I really think of myself as a song teller because I write songs, but I tell stories in my song and in my songs. So that just popped in my mind, song teller. I thought, well, that's a good name for my coffee table books. It has about 170 some odd songs of mine, and I tell stories about why I wrote them, what kind of frame of mind I was in, what was going on in my life at the time. Showed a lot of old pictures that a lot of people hadn't seen from my childhood and growing up in the business. So I just thought, since I tell stories in my songs, that would be the perfect title.
Now, when did it strike you that as great as a performer as you are, a player and a singer, that really your love was the writing and the storytelling, and that you could do this for other people?
Well, I've known that my whole life. I love to sing, and I certainly love to sing the songs I do write, and I love to perform. I love my fans, but there's just something about writing songs. It's just kind of like my personal time with God. You know, I don't need anything other than just me and whatever instrument I'm using at the time. It's my quiet time. I just go into that little zone, and I just feel like I can express myself in ways that I don't need a doctor for. I don't have to have therapy. I can just kind of sing it all out, write it all out. And I can write for other people, too, like you said, because I see things happen to other people, and I think they don't know how to express how they feel. So they're depressed or they're sad. So I write songs for them as well.
Now, besides writing your own hits, I understand that, was it Emmylou Harris that you first wrote a song that someone else recorded of yours?
Well, actually, there's a story about that. Emmylou had a #1 song on a song I wrote called To Daddy. And it was back during the time that I was still working with the Porter Wagoner Show, a man that had given me my first big break.
Sure,
and
I
he
used
had
to
his
watch.
own syndicated show. And so I had recorded a whole album, and we were thinking about putting To Daddy out as a single for me. And so Emmylou came to the studio. Just Porter wanted her to come down, listen to what we were doing. And so she turned to me and said, "Oh, Dolly, you have to let me record To Daddy because I'm needing a really good song." And she said, "Can I have that one?" I said, "Well, I think we were going to be putting that out as a single." And Porter said, "Yeah, we are." And she said, "Oh, please let me have the song." So I gave her the song. And Porter got so mad at me. That's one of the biggest fights we ever had. But that's when I really knew for sure that I was sincere as a songwriter and that it meant more to me to have someone sing a song that I had written than it was for me to have a record out on that song or any song.
Is there a sort of a special feeling, or do you get this feeling ever when you've written something and you think you're going to record it, or maybe you have recorded it, and you hear somebody else do a version of it, and you go, "Oh, they got every part of that ball. Like they hit that in a way that I didn't expect, and they made it beautiful in a way that I didn't anticipate"?
Well, that's a good question, and I'm glad you asked that one because there's a perfect example of that. I'm always happy when anybody does any song that I've written, and I love how different people interpret them. But when Whitney Houston did I Will Always Love You, the song that I wrote that was just a simple, sweet, little heartfelt song, and she took it and made it so big and so beautiful. When I heard that, I couldn't believe that was my song. I thought, that's my song, that's my little song, but that's just become like a classic. So that's a great example of how people can take your songs and make them into whatever. It depends on how you arrange them and produce them and how you sing them.
Now, I understand that your mom used to teach you songs that tell stories, like
Oh, yeah.
old-fashioned songs. Do you remember any of the ones that your mom would sing with you?
I remember all of them. I remember Mama used to sing all those old songs brought over from the old world. But Mama was a good singer too, and she would just sing a cappella all the time. And so many of those songs were sad, and as I say, some of them just plumb pitiful. But I remember many songs. There was a song she used to sing called "Bury Me Beneath the Willow." It was about a girl that was going to get married, and her boyfriend left her at the altar, or whatever. So she died, of course. She killed herself, I suppose. So it says, bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, where he may know where I am sleeping, and perhaps he'll weep for me. So anyway, there's more to it, but anyway, it was about her thinking today was our wedding day, but where, oh, where can he be? He's gone to seek him another bride. He cares no more for me. And then it goes, are you crying? Oh, bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, where he may know where I am sleeping, and perhaps he'll weep for me. So I better hush before you cry yourself to death and we can't finish the show.
I'm just
But I'll
saying,
tell you, that's
like a
what
lot
we-
of Americans, I'm under a lot of stress right now, Dolly. And
I know you're not really
you got
crying,
under my
but we
tripwire
used-
right there. I'll tell you right there. That was pretty beautiful.
We used to cry when Mama would sing, though. Mama would cry, and we'd cry. And those old songs were just amazing, though.
You know, isn't it
But I
funny
love
that
those
sometimes
ones.
there's nothing happier than a cry? Isn't that?
Yeah, I think that cleanses your soul. I think water's good to wash it out.
Yep.
That's what tears are for, I think.
I'm sure a lot of people ask you what your first lyrics were, but I'm just curious, what are your latest lyrics? What are you writing now?
Well, I haven't had a chance to write a whole lot lately because we've been really doing a lot of promotion. But I had written down, I don't know if it meant that I was singing it to the world or to a person, but I just had this idea come to mind like, I love you, whether you like it or not, and I'm gonna love you till I decide to stop. You can't tell me what to do. You can't make me not love you, 'cause I love you. And I can sing that to you. I love you. And you can't stop me.
I'm not going to try. I promise you that.
Okay.
You've been married. Let me get it right here. You've been married to this man. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I
There's
have.
Carl Dean right there. Okay. You've said 54 years. You say, God speaks to me through Carl Dean. What do you mean? How? How so?
Well, I mean that we are so close, and I've often said that, but we're so in tune with each other. I'll be thinking about something that's worrying me or grieving me, and I'll pray about something, kind of waiting for an answer, and he'll sometimes just up and just say something, and it's just like, well, I didn't say anything to you about that, but it just seems he'll say, now you don't need to be worrying about some so and so and so and so, or he just kind of. I don't know if he just senses how I'm feeling, but I have always said, that God, speaks to me, through him. But I guess that's what love is. I guess when you're in tune and you know somebody so well. But I have often said that, and people say that sounds freaky, but it's not like that. But I just know that God talks to me in different ways, not in words or anything, but my answers come at different times, but many times they come right through Carl.
I think that's beautiful. I feel the same way about my wife, is that she's evidence to me. She's evidence that I should pay more attention to the way God talks. Because
that's a good way to say it. He's evidence to me, that God's in there. But honestly, it's just been unusual through the years. He's very intuitive too. I think he's kind of clairvoyant at times. So whatever works, it's worked for 54 years, 56 together, and we have a good relationship. He's got a great sense of humor, and so we've made it really well. And that's his. It's my. Well, actually, we got married again when we were married 50 years. So now he tells people that I'm his second wife. I said, don't say that. I'm still the only one.
well, you got a new album here too. This is a Holly Dolly Christmas. There you go. I think everybody needs some Christmas cheer this year. People are worried about what they're going to do with the holidays. It's the #1 song on Billboard's country and holiday charts. It's got Willie Nelson, Miley Cyrus, Jimmy Fallon. You're breaking my heart here, Dolly.
I know, but he had asked me years ago if I would sing on his show one time, if I would sing All I Want for Christmas Is You, and I didn't know it, so I learned it, and I thought, well, I'm going to put it in the album, so I called him. I said, you still want to sing that song? You want to sing on it with me? So we did that. It's a fun song. He did good. But I know you're a better singer.
Thank you. Thank you, and you're a
You
better
feel better
guest.
now? But I did have a lot of fun people on that. You know, we had Billy Ray Cyrus and Molly and Willie and Michael Bublé. I wrote a song for us. So it's really got about 6 special guests on it, in addition to some traditional things and some new things that I'd written. So I'm proud of the album.
Hey, everybody, we have to take a break, but we'll be right back with more Dolly Parton. Maybe she'll make me cry again.